It doesn't seem to have any logic, in addition to being a humanitarian crisis.
So when you talk about the aid, and that is 100% true, we have reduced every year, I think, of the Trump administration aid to those three countries, El Salvador,
right.
Honduras, and Guatemala in the Northern Triangle.
Right.
If you were president right now, let's say, or president in the future when something like this presented itself, because it does seem the administration's rhetoric aside, the numbers are going up, and there is a genuine capacity issue in terms of the current bureaucracy's ability to deal humanely with families and young children. What should be done? What is the program that you would like to see pursued here?
Well, it's a multi-pronged approach that is required. So it is both about reinstituting that aid so we can deal with the long-term effects of the crisis and hopefully mitigate or reduce them, and which is the reason that people are fleeing these countries. Through aid, we can potentially reduce the reason that they have to flee. There is short-term what we need to do, which is to have a robust approach to processing asylum claims, so that we give people a meaningful process by which they can tell their stories and describe the harm they're fleeing. We should talk about also this policy that they put in place to say that the people should be processed in Mexico. Well, many of them have also experienced harm through the travels through Mexico, but yet we're turning our back and saying, go back to Mexico while we're processing your cases, and that's misinformed and misdirected as a policy. So there are many things that must be done that are both around prevention in the long term, but also addressing the current issue, which is a humanitarian issue and requires a humanitarian response. That's not what we've seen. We've seen an administration that is engaged in a very punitive approach to people who are vulnerable and are seeking help from us as a country. This is not reflective of who we are or who we should be as a country who has said that we will accept and receive those who are fleeing harm.
The administration contends, and I understand